Sure. All right, good morning. This is Pat Stouty on a beautiful Saturday morning in March 23rd. Spring is definitely upon us here in Florida, and I hope for all our northern friends, spring is near. I know some of you have had one heck of a winter. So I'm excited to share today with all of you. What I want to talk about is the Learning Management Center that we are just really getting launched, getting into. And I think the beauty for those of us that are coaches now is that we can learn as the new modules get added to the system. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a few quick PowerPoint slides that I want to have in this recording. And then we will, we're going to open it up to just some, oh boy, look at all the fun things on my screen. Open it up for Q&A and just some fun community and questions this morning. So what we're going to talk about is our new Learning Management Center. It is in Optavia Connect. And the first part, and that's what the slides are all about, is how do we find it? Where is it? How do we log in? So the objective is to become familiar with the Learning Management Center. And I'm sure we're going to acronize it, LMC. And today we're going to demonstrate how easy it is to follow without the need of any memorization. It's a learning tool, and I think the more we listen and hear the leaders share in a form that is very conversational, that it will help us to learn to share in this same manner. It's amazing how when we listen to others, we can really pick up on a word or, on the words that we use and the manner in which they're used, and make them your own, make it a conversation that, you're having with your prospective clients and coaches. We want to understand how using the learning management system will really lead to us feeling comfortable saying, yes, especially a new coach, I'm ready, I can do this. And even those of us who've been around a while to where we learn that this is how we can easily train a new coach using systems that, are there, and a self-learning system. I really like that. And we want you to know that you're never doing it alone as a new coach. Your business coach will work with you to help you develop the skills and the confidence that we all need to continue to grow our businesses. So let's get right into it. How do we access the learning management system? Well, basically what we want you to do is to go to, why isn't this moving? Optavia Connect. How do we log into anything? OptaviaConnect.com is our big resource. When you log in, of course, it takes you to your home page. This is the top part of your home page. And so what I'm going to say is scroll down. When you get to your home page, if you scroll all the way down, you have boxes that are options. Here you see them. And the one we're looking for is Coach Answers. So if you click on Coach Answers, which is a box on the bottom of your Learning Management System, the bottom of Optavia Connect, your home page, you'll find Coach Answers. I'm going to take a minute. If everyone would please mute yourself. It sounds like maybe somebody's eating or sitting at a desk with a plate or a coffee cup. I'm sorry, I failed to do it when we started, but thank you. Just for a clear recording. Thank you. And we won't be recording for long. We'll do some Q&A and chat. So after you click on Coach Answers, what happens? You'll click on that box you just saw in the center, and you get a menu. I think there's about 11 or 12 options. And then next thing you want to do is on the right, click on Optavia Learn. See the box, Optavia Learn. And from there, I find this is the easiest way. From Optavia Learn, you can click here and sign in. Now, sign in when? First of all, we have to, as coaches, and I hope most of you on this call, because you are coaches, have already set this up for yourself. If you're a new user, you haven't set it up yet, you see right under this, on this page on your Optavia Connect, it'll say to create your account, click here. And this is a live link. If you've used it in the past and you just want to, make it easy to go there, you can do these steps. If you've already set up your Learning Management Center, you click the first button. Okay, so somebody just coughed. You're not muted. Thank you. So as you click in, and these are the links. If you want to save these links and just, this would be the link to register and then after to log in. So the links are here, and I'll show you another place that these are available for easy access. But these are the actual links if you have a special place that you save your links. Okay, so, when you click to enroll, this is the screen you will see. So it needs your name, your email address, set up a username. You can set up whatever username you want. So make this something simple and then create a password. And I want to encourage you to record these somewhere, easy access. I know this week we've had some challenges with coaches that set it up and couldn't remember a username, and that's a real challenge. Passwords are easy to reset. We have a reset for passwords, but the username, we have to call the company and they have to create a ticket to try to find out what your username is. And then your coach ID will just connect your Learning Management Center with your business. So that's the enrollment form. We only do this one once. And then after that, every time you go in, you sign up to, you'll click on the link that'll be sign in. So you just put your username and your password. It'll take you right to the Learning Management System. So it's really a simple process to get started with the Learning Management System. So at this time, I'm going to just stop the screen share. If you have any questions, hopefully I can just answer those. And what I want to do is go to Optavia Connect live, and we'll go through a couple of the, go right to the Learning Center and go to it live. Any questions or anybody have any comments? I see a few of you have gotten here as we, got started. I want to welcome each and every one of you, and we're just so happy to have you this morning. So, any questions? Oh boy, we got some sleepyheads out here this morning. Let me hear from you. Has anybody had a wonderful experience? I'm trying to log into.
Yeah, I have. I went through the recordings a few weeks ago and just kind of did one after the other, and I thought they were fantastic, and the bonus ones are really gold. There is a lot of good information in there, and I'm going to go back and rewatch the one, I think it's called Objections and Smoke Screens or something along that line, how to deal with those issues. So I think it's really well done.
Very well done. I agree 100%. And and what I also like is that you have to start in the beginning. You have to go through the first two before you get to, and I think that's very, very important in that it's great information. There's some testing. I want to encourage people, don't feel bad if for some reason you feel like you haven't gotten, or somebody had a failed test and they got very upset. And I'm like, just do it again. In the beginning, there were a couple questions that I thought, and they multiple choice. And there were like only 3 or 4 questions to start with. And, it was very easy if you got one wrong to be off. And it was like, don't take any of this personally. Go through it, learn from it, and enjoy the process. I'm still fighting to... Here we go, to log in, if you can believe that, only because I couldn't find it. There we go. Get my link in the right place. Okay. I am signing in, and then I will. It's killing me. My stuff is wrong. Let's try this again. How are we clicking on? I'm about ready to share my screen. Okay, I just hit my login. So I'm going to share my screen. So here's the beginning of the Learning Management Center. And I really want to, if you haven't been here, you want to go through the about, and then the training starts. Right now, I find the most useful tabs are the training center, upper left, and the files. But these are systems that they will be continually adding to. So if we click on the training center, I just did. Let's see if it's opening. Come on, Bessie. Here we go. You see basically 3 different. So there's a welcome. It's by Dr. A. And you can see one is 2 minutes. There's a 2-minute video, a 6-minute. And then the first 30 days as a coach. And again, amazing information. And you have to complete the first 2 before it'll allow you to go to the training. But oh my gosh, do I love the training videos as well. And I want to encourage everyone to just go from start to finish. I don't know why, like this one, coaching a new client that first week, it still says resume when I've been through the whole thing. So every now and then, I think you may see a glitch. I'll go through and watch it again and see if the restart will come. But amazing. I love the weaving the way, the why into the health assessment. I think there's some terrific verbiage here that we can use. And it just, all of them. Is one better than the other? One may speak to you. Maybe it's because it's an area that I need to develop. I think.
Pat, how did you get to that menu again?
The chapter menu?
Yeah. Did that come up when you clicked on the training?
Let's see. Let me just return to courses here. This is the new coach basic training bonus that I was just in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Let's click on this one, the first 30 days as a coach. And, here we go again. Look at the great stuff. I'll do, the first 3 to 5 health assessment calls. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to mute everyone only because there's noise, so you're gonna have to unmute yourself. Okay. You guys hear me? I'm still hearing background. Okay, here it is. Elaine, for some reason, I'm not able to mute you, honey. Same thing with Elsa. Okay. Okay, maybe it was Elsa. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sometimes our technology, that's okay. All right, any questions? Anybody want to chat about any of this, or you want to see me continue to go through?
Okay.
Yes, Lori.
Would you speak to how you're incorporating this as you bring on a new coach? I think that might be helpful.
Okay, and that's a great conversation, and I can always go back. I'm going to stop my share so we can kind of just have a conversation here. I really feel like it's very important as a new coach, and I had this conversation yesterday with 2 coaches that have, been around, been with us for a while. Basically, I honestly feel that as we get started with a brand new coach, as a business coach and a mentor, the important thing is to lock elbows with them and get the health assessments done. I would say the first, 5 to 7 health assessments done. Get them to make a list, get them to work on their story. So if you need to send, I would not put a brand new coach in this system, because what they need to be doing is just that, making a list and setting up some health assessments to work with their mentor coach. So if you feel it necessary to send them the contact list, in the learning management system, there's links, and we can download that contact list. We'll copy that link and send it to them, or attach it and send it in an email to them. You grab, as the mentor coach, what's necessary in this to help a new coach get started. But I truly feel will help growth progress at a faster rate is get those health assessments, get those appointments made, do health assessments, get them to senior coach. And there are a lot of teams that are saying, until we get them to ED, we want to keep doing the same thing. Now, the beauty is a lot of coaches today, as they acquire new coaches, as they acquire clients, they're also acquiring coaches, somebody who wants to do this with them. That may help our blended path, help them to get to ED quicker than maybe some of us did in the past when it was strictly with clients. But lock elbows, work with that new coach, and get them at least a senior coach. And then you can use your judgment. How well do you know this person? Are they self-starters? Are they on the phone once a day calling you, wanting more information? Then you can work them. Christine, you got noise. I'm going to mute you. Work them into your, into the learning management system. Use your judgment. Go to your, your own mentors. See what kind of get a feel for. But I would say, until they senior coach, for sure, you want to work with them. I would not rush to send anybody to Learning Management Center. Now, let me tell you what happened yesterday. Did you have something to say, Laurie? And I want to share an example.
I was just going to, and I have to go back because I've done it some time ago. I want to go back and revisit. So I'm so thankful for this training today because it prompts me to go back and just do the thing again.
Right.
So I can see all the, but that welcome message from Dr. A is sure for all new coaches to see. There's part of me that struggles with, well, a lot of this is something I'd love a new coach to see right off because he's so wonderful and I love his opening message. So then I have to go back to the second part and see, is there any part there that I think really good too? I just don't remember right now what they are.
I agree with that, Laurie. If there's a way to copy that link and just send them the link with that welcome message.
And that's what I want to go back to do to see, get those in a little file as to what I want to send to a new coach. And again, it's been a while since I've done it and I don't remember yesterday. So I need to go back and look at
Exactly.
Thanks, Pat.
And then the other part, let me share a story of yesterday. It was two coaches that have been coaches for a long time that have a coach coming back, actually bought a kid again. I mean, it's been 2 years, but this is somebody who's been a coach in the past. Very busy professional, kind of wants to do things her way, doesn't have a lot of time and feels like she knows what to do, even though we tried to stress we have new systems, we're doing team coaching, and there was nothing. I'm telling you, 3 of us spent time till finally we said, you know what, give her the turn her loose in the learning management system. If she'll watch short snippets, it's better than her just going out there on her own with no information. So, again, it's not a one size fits all, yet it's for all. So, we really have to use our own discernment. Any questions or anything else on the system? Let's see if I can get back into it. Where was I? Here why am I having so much trouble? Okay, I'm going to click a new one then. I would like to go to one other spot that, really I want, because I want it on the recording that I think is, oh boy, what is it? Is it at Life? Why am I need to bookmark this. In fact, I think I did. Let me see if I can't. I'm looking for, somebody give me the, if somebody has it, to be a learning, go. Here we go. Okay, I'm here finally. Whew. Clicking in again. One part that I really like, and I mentioned, I'm going to share my screen again, is the files. I think this will become a very important resource to all of us. There we go. So if we click in the files, think of this as a big filing cabinet where they're storing things that we're going to go to and as we need. Here's the new coach basic training, and I think as we progress, this is what's in there. So there's information on the CAB, the client acquisition bonus. There's compliance guidelines, very important, and how you share the story. How they, as they creating their story, we want to be sure they create it and it's compliant. We don't want them to get into the habit of saying things and yet, and they saying the wrong thing. Here's the contact list. I know all of you are familiar with it, but it's like, this is where it is. You can download it, save it to your computer. Anytime you have a new coach, send it to them. Craft your story. health assessment with the guidelines. This, again, a brand new coach. We tried yesterday, even though this was a returning coach, to say, hey, we'll use this and it will help us to have the verbiage that we need. Read it if you have to until it really becomes you and your heart. How to invite, and the links for quick reference. There goes my honey on playing his championship round. Let's see if I can get rid of this one. How do I close this? I got all these things in the way. Here we go. Get rid of, okay, here's the, whoops, no. So here are the links to log in, but here's the link to the journey kickoff. There will be more. The new client email, see, it's coming soon. So what I recommend is send the one, whatever email you're having, send, but it will be here soon. The journey kickoff, this is less than 4 minutes. This video that you want a new client to see, that before I do a journey kickoff call, I want the client to see this video. So just great information. It's here. And then, you know, a basic training checklist. Let's see if I can get it to open. Here we go. And it's not perfect, but, you know, here you go. Review the welcome email, make a list. You know, again, this is enroll the first 5 clients. This is for the business coach. You want this to, you know, you want to get through this, you do it, you'll help them get to senior coach. So as we continue to develop our learning management system, as Optavia does, we will see more and more tools in the files. And I just want to close this current one, I think. Okay, well, close this one too. Any questions, comments? I'd love to hear how, you know, what your thoughts were as you reviewed in the beginning. Are you ready to go back and really, you know, give it a good study now? How can we, you know, just your input. All right, I'm showing about 10:23. We always try to keep our recordings to 30 minutes. We can cover any topic. If anybody has a topic, I probably should do some type of technology update. I'm sure you all are dying to hear. Sharon, did you have a question?
No, I just was excited to hear, because Pat, you've been putting in so much extra time to help all of us with our clients. It's like, I don't even know how to thank you for that. I just can't even imagine what you've had to go through, and just unbelievably thankful. It makes me want to cry. It's like,
you're sweet.
Your heart is so ginormous, and I just want to thank you. Everybody here feels the same way. So we know things are coming. We know it's not easy, and it's just staying the stay and loving on our peeps. And
it is. I'm telling you, if you know, it's been a challenge. I cannot say it wasn't. And I mean, as for yesterday afternoon, I was thinking that the full moon had to be out. I've never received so many challenges in a short period of time. The good news this week was a cakewalk getting into the global line. And of course, we know why, because so many of them on the cruise. I mean, I just was ringing in right away. I'm kind of dreading next week, but I got a few people that are coming off that boat next week that I think are going to cover for me. I have company coming in. I've had company over a week. It was a week Thursday they got here. So one cruise leaving this morning, another cruise coming in this afternoon. And but, you know, it's better. There's more and more things that the reps are able to do that seems to be working. I find the biggest challenge has been the tracking emails, you know, and I guess I didn't realize how accustomed we've all become to receiving those. The good news is orders are processing, and they are walking out of there. You know, they are getting to UPS or FedEx or whoever's delivering them, and they're getting to our clients. Sometimes we get a tracking email, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get a tracking email on the day it's being delivered, you know, which can be a challenge, especially for brand new clients. You know, we kind of like to know when are they going to get there and help them prepare for their start. So I find that is better. There's still, you know, I don't know. I'm a little bit amazed that it's been 4 weeks and we are where we are, but I'm really hoping with the influx of our corporate partners, as well as, you know, all of Optavia One coming back off of the boat. I know there have been things that have to be ready to really kick into place in the next week or two. So I thank everyone for your patience, and all we can do is love on our clients. What I encourage you all to do is to take any situation you have and provide the best customer service, provide your love, your care, your support, reach out if you need the help, and let's just make our clients feel special, like, hey, we're sorry this is happening, but we're here for you. I had one client this week, it was one of Deb Baumel's clients, I think, who just said, this is ridiculous what's going on, but if it wasn't for you and Deb and the way y'all have handled this, I'd be out of here, I'd be gone. So we can make a difference, and I just want to encourage you to use the highest level of emotional intelligence, and when you run low, take a walk or go for a drive. Sometimes we have to dig deep, but I'm relying on the faith I have in this company, and continue to tell myself this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So,
Pat,
all I know.
So I'm just curious. I know it's really hard for the company to truly give like a timeline, but what's your gut as to when do you think all of this is going to be resolved? Is it another 2 weeks? Is it another month? What does Dr. Anderson say?
Part of my gut says we probably have another couple of weeks, and I hope it's not more. We got to go through end of month again. We just went through that nightmare, ended February. The good news is, I was so concerned because you guys know in the past, anytime there was a return, returns, we want to take care of our clients, but what happens to your FLV when you get a return? I haven't seen that happen, and I don't think we will. They are very specific on those date ranges. So if you're having any challenges with that, please get with us. Let's ask all the questions we can, but I'm afraid we're going to go through another end of the month. And it's scary. It's scary stuff, but I'm hoping, come April, which is a, nice month, the hurdles will start falling away and not coming back.
Pat, did they hire more people to kind of work through these issues?
And I wanted to share this.
Client perspective.
I wanted to share, I was just thinking this, I'm going to share this first. Not to my knowledge, they have the center in Nevada that had just been set up. So that was kind of new people. Our global line is still in the office in Maryland, and I'm grateful for that. But, in this time and in the first few weeks, after the first 2 weeks, these people were sitting there, and even every now and then I'll give them an ID number. And that's why when you call, give them that ID number so they can pull it up. Sometimes it was just, first 2 weeks, it took forever for them to be able to pull an account up, a client's account up, or even a coach. And yesterday it was a little better, but all of a sudden later in the day, it was taking longer and longer for these to come up. And then I had one rep who was trying to send someone free product, which is creating an order, Well, she said, the first one today that didn't work. They had been working for her, and then all of a sudden late in the day it didn't. Now she stayed with it. I think we tried 4 times, and the 4th time it went through. It was 5 free boxes for something that were wrong or something. And I'm watching Stan tee off on that 9th tee. So then, but in talking to him while they waiting, I said, what happened here? I've had different, I think that was a good one, conversations. And one guy said they went through a training. They trained them on the new system. It worked beautifully. They were excited and anxious and hours of training, and it all worked. And he said when they launched it, boom. They had, he was just appalled at the way that nothing worked. He said it was such a shift that they were, they spent days where they were just sitting in front of those computers waiting and trying something that didn't work. And I said, is that easier? And he said, oh, no. He says, so much better to stay busy, get things done, talk to the next person, keep things going. So I know it's been a nightmare for them as well. but hopefully we're we're seeing improvement. Reports are good. I can't, I try to watch reports. It looks like all of our, Connect is working. So I'm just hopeful, very hopeful.
Pat, if we ever change systems again or go through a conversion similar to this, I don't know that much about conversions. I've been through a couple of them elsewhere, but would it have been possible to switch us back to the old system while they figured this one out when it was so messed up?
Right when I became a coach in 2006, I want to say it was October, they changed systems, and it was a mess. It was a real mess. Only thing is there were only 2,000 coaches, I think, versus 20,000 now. And so you can imagine the clients. After about 2 weeks, we went back to the old. But then we never went to that new system. They just started working on another one, So I don't know. What are the answers? I'm not an IT person. I have a next door neighbor here who is a client and a very good friend, and she was an IT person in West Virginia. And she's just keeps saying, it's been, how long has it been now? And you're still they haven't got it fixed. She's a little amazed at that. But, we heard Marge Mendez say that Disney World went through a technology upgrade, and they were calling it the magical upgrade. And she held for 2.5 hours one day trying to plan her next Disney trip because their technology was so screwed up, from their upgrade. So, I don't know enough. I just know enough to get myself in trouble. I love it when it works, and when it doesn't work, I don't know what the heck to do with it. So, I don't have the answers, that's for sure. I just appreciate the patience and emotional intelligence our teams have shown through this. I did learn a trick I'll share. How many of you love the music when you're on hold? Oh, God.
Awesome.
If I was musically inclined, I could sing it or play it. I know, because I've listened to it so much. Well, here's the trick. When they say, I'm going to put you on hold, ask them to mute you. Instead of putting you on hold, you don't have to listen to the music. I just learned that.
Yeah.
No, but how do you get them to, when you call in and you're waiting for, and I waited, for one client, it was 3 hours by the time we got it all done, whatever. But listening to it prior getting somebody. I like Apple when they ask you, would you like silence? I always choose silence. So one
Number
thing.
4 on the Apple menu, Apple Care. Number 4, silence. Of course, then every now and then I have to look at my phone to be sure I'm still connected. But
Ken, I was just going to say that, and maybe they do this. These guys are smart people, the people that are doing these systems, I know. But one thing I always wonder is, do they take a group of orders or coaches and just pilot a new system for 3 months before they roll something out this big? And the business world I came from, we started small. I was in corporate retail or whatever, advertising. We'd start here and we'd phase out to the bigger and work through all the bugs. And maybe, these are smart people. I don't mean to say that they didn't think of that, but you would certainly think that maybe we could have gotten through this maybe on a smaller scale, and then it kept us on the old system until they worked through things. Because this is pretty significant stuff. But again, I'll be thankful when it's done as well, and we can forget about it.
Yes, move
We'll
on.
be thankful for the new system. So it's been okay. But like you said, the clients that I've dealt with, when you take care of them, they feel better about you and the company than prior to the problem.
Yeah.
Really, when you really stand for patience and calm and taking care of them, they really do appreciate you even more. So it works out.
I agree 100%. All righty. Well, I'm going to stop the recording and